No, I'm like highlighting the whole goddamn book.
It's fucking funny.
Yep. Like there was this huge content warning, like plagiarism warning at the beginning. It's like, God, our whole podcast is just going to be reading all the quotes, and that's basically plagiarism.
No. I think it's appreciation.
It's appreciation, all right.
Hey everybody, welcome to Diktok, the podcast in which we read and discuss smut recommended by TikTok. I'm Karina.
I'm Killian.
And I'm Emily.
And this week we read Pushin Cushions by Vera Valentine, an unfortunate reads book. Dennis J. Rance, who is definitely not based off of a real-life person, is running as a vice presidential candidate, and his running mate is just a total piece of shit. His wife left him. He's been under a lot of stress lately. He needs to get some release, and he's a bit of a strange bird. So what does he decide is the way to do that? Well, after trying to find his favorite dolphin porn and not doing it for him, he takes an eyeing to his plush leather couch, which looks like a vulva, apparently. Or something. I don't know. It has a crevice. That's good enough, you know?
That's all you need.
But what he doesn't know is that this couch has a sinister secret of its own. I don't think this book was even long enough to have a favorite trope.
Yeah, I didn't write one down.
No.
I mean, also, like, it's very strange.
Yeah.
And hilarious.
So.
Should we read the content considerations?
Yes.
Content notes. This story contains a Republican. And while we wouldn't quite consider this an HEA/HFN situation, the MC might be kinda into it at the end, so we'll let you decide. The main character is male, but the couch is canonically non-binary, though some feminine references are applied to its upholstered anatomy for description's sake. There are also references to dolphin attraction and associated content. Non-explicit, no acts are described. Drinking liquor, finance bro OnlyFans, hatred of cats, hatred of childless women that adopt said cats, sexual penetration of furniture, flashback and present, divorce, dubcon, dirty talking to a couch, slut shaming, the same couch, light BDSM, couch spanking, technical furniture, vor consuming, no death involved, identity theft, campaign finance fraud, misogyny, wet socks, situation-based momentary snowballing, humiliation play. All humans and furniture pieces in this story are consistently above the age of 18. Just like, you know you're in for a fun ride.
Incredible.
And this book is like 20 pages long.
Yeah.
Julian read it by a pool.
I did. It was lovely. And she says in the author's note, for legal reasons, the authors are clearly stating that there is no hard evidence that any Republican vice presidential candidate has ever had or desired sexual relations with furniture or oceanic mammals.
We should give some context in case there are people with different news sources from our own.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so before we go any further, if Pushin Cushions sounds like something you want to read and you haven't yet, you should. Heads up that diktok is so full of spoilers. If you have read the book, we would love to hear from you. Email us at diktokthepodcast@gmail.com or find us on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube at diktokpod, DIKTOKPOD.
Context for some things. So, up until the vice presidential debate, the vast majority of what we know about J.D. Vance, culturally speaking, it came from, like, clips from podcasts he was on, which included...
Or his book, Hillbilly Elegy.
Oh, right. Oh, God. Well. Okay. Included him hating on childless cat ladies. I believe he specifically name-dropped Taylor Swift in that. Fake news about him, about fucking a couch being in Hillbilly Elegy. However, it seems as though no one actually read the book because it was so widely believed.
Well, I think it was originally in there and they took it out when... Or that's
no, he totally made it up. Like, the guy totally made it up.
Okay.
But as he said in his Business Insider interview, doesn't it speak to a greater truth?
What's the greater truth?
The greater truth is like, but wouldn't he fuck a couch?
Mm-hmm.
And because so many people believed it, maybe it does speak to a greater truth.
Mm-hmm.
The dolphin porn one was another internet rumor, also fake, about him being in a simulcast where he pulls up his screen and in his search history was search for dolphin porn. Is there anything else I'm missing?
I'm just thinking
But
about
not that it's based on JD Vance.
No.
No. This is not
DJ Prance.
Rance. Yes,
Rance.
Puts the rants and rancid.
Who's running with Trent Donaldson?
Right.
Uh-huh. So I'm just thinking, like, if enough people believe a thing to be true, it's like cryptids.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna exist. So if enough people believe that he's into couch fucking, well,
Yeah.
We're getting deep here. We could argue about whether there's an ultimate truth or a reality within the context that we exist.
But this is a smut
But this is
podcast.
not the fucking.
I thought the whole dolphin porn thing was hilarious because I don't think I had seen that rumor. So he like gets his computer out because it's Tuesday night and it's his night and he's gonna jork it and
Jork it?
we don't have to censor
and
ourselves.
by it let's just say my peanuts and thinking about all that slick gray flesh really got his motor humming, and I said, and then he's typing, and it says F-I-N. A shudder of anticipation pricked at his spine as he typed the rest of the familiar name in a similar sudden rush of lust. Fuckers, and I wrote, But then it turns out when it's spelled like that, it comes up with financial bro porn with things
It's
like
so good.
come put the bear in bear market, nothing short about these sales, and after hours trading in your ass.
Explicit titles like Fintech Bro gets railed harder than consumers and Junior Partner focused on humiliating coughing run.
Forced on humiliating coffee.
Forced on humiliating coughing.
I would rather look at the dolphin porn.
Yeah! I mean...
Yeah, and the fact that he's like, what the fuck? This is disgusting and horrible because it's men.
Also, like the commentary, social commentary in this, like, but Dennis knew to the marrow of his bones what was to blame for his college-long dry spell. Feminism.
Yep.
Not that he's fucking abhorrent.
Right. During his tumultuous freshman year at Buckeye State, Dennis wasn't yet the fine specimen of man Trent had brought onto his campaign. A pile of gangly limbs, limp, oily hair, and cystic acne. He'd had no social life to speak of, no friends, and certainly no lovers. I said, get his ass. Woo!
So in the context of this flashback, this is when he starts fucking a couch, his college dorm couch, and like it deeply bothered me about like we see him coming in the couch, and I'm like, how do you clean that? How are you cleaning that?
I
And then
believe the phrase was copious loads.
copious loads. Oh, I was like, it really bothered me. How do you clean that? How do you clean that? And then they end up getting rid of the couch because it smells funny.
No shit.
Oh.
Not funny, haha.
Okay, gotta stop thinking about that.
Yep.
I had too much Bailey's coffee. I will throw up on my notes.
I think that's what Vera Valentine would want.
Yeah, it is.
The little details in this are so delightful. The little nuggets of characterization that it could be super accurate. I don't know. So he stubs his toe on his bar cart. Pretentious piece of shit. Of course, the bar cart couldn't hear his degradation, but it made him feel better to lord over something in his life, particularly when the campaign manager told him yesterday that he had to be nice to the fucking interns, at least when the mics were hot. It's just good.
Yeah, and then he inserts his cock into the couch, the
Sure
current
does.
couch. And then when he pulls it out, a moist quarter and a few crumbs tumble out.
A moist quarter.
Yeah.
Quarters do not need to be moist.
Oh, God.
Oh, I was wrong about you. You're dirty. You're a dirty couch for me, aren't you?
Wait, so if it paid him, does that make him a sex worker?
He'd never admit to it. Although he loves degradation, so like, he might be into it.
So when he's trying to get his dolphin fuck on, he's interrupted by some crash outside that makes a cat go "Meow," like in cartoons, and it kills his boner, and he says he hated cats with every fiber of his being, almost as much as he hated the childless women that took them in. Vile, unnatural creatures, the both of them, subverting American values.
Incredible.
Uh-huh.
This book is not subtle.
No.
If anything, it is not subtle.
I hope she's made so much money off of it.
I hope so. Yeah, they were talking about the dorm couch. All ratty and tattered and gross. He says, but Dennis was a man now, with a man's couch to fuck, and by God he was going to. Good for him, I guess.
Put a condom on at least.
Not gonna get pregnant.
But it's gonna smell.
Well,
as previously discussed.
Right.
Hey, guess what? It's not. Surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
His cum goes into some sort of void.
Yep.
And then he has to put up with it.
Yep. Because what we find out about the couch, which, oh God, Emily, I can't believe you didn't finish this. It's so good. So he finishes, and when he's trying to pull out, the couch seems to be tightening and like sucking on him, which he's like, okay. And then more. And then he starts to go into the couch, cock first.
Like, how anatomically, how does that work?
I don't know. And who fucking cares? And so then he wakes up in some like dark, cavernous void and sees like a mirror window kind of thing where he is. And it turns out the couch was possessed by some kind of demon or something.
Oh, yeah.
Who has now taken his form as a doppelganger. And the only way to be released is for someone else to fuck the couch.
So you went with demon, huh?
I mean, I don't really know what it was.
I thought it was another person who'd fucked a couch.
That's true. Yeah. I guess it was.
Right.
Sort of like ancient djinn curse.
Right.
Because if that
Yeah,
person
that makes
now
sense.
is in his body,
Yeah.
he would then, when he escapes, be in the body of
Whoever
whatever
fucks
next
the
person.
couch.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it is a demon, like, he could just make up that rule.
That's true.
Like, it makes sense either way.
Right.
Like,
I just kind of thought that, like, the one that is released was the originator. So...
it makes
I
sense
don't
either
know.
way.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense as much as it fucking could.
Will the now released demon / previous couch fucker be a better candidate?
So that's what I was thinking this was
Yeah.
going to go, right? Like,
Right.
he was going to win the election. Trent was going to maybe kick the can. And then he would put in all of these very helpful for our society things, right? That's not the way it went, but I was quite delighted with the way that it did go. Like, and he was going to have to watch, right? Like,
Right.
Dennis is going to have to be in the couch watching all of this happen. And then, like,
Forever.
the new Dennis is going to be like, yeah, make sure that couch is in the Oval Office. I want him to see me.
Yeah. I want him to see me codify Roe v. Wade
Yep.
into law.
Actually, free abortion for everyone and free healthcare while we're at it.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
go.
But the way it does turn out is that Rance's ex-wife, with her now more than platonic, their former maid,
Yes.
come into the office and they're like, get rid of all this shit. Hey, didn't your niece just move here and need a couch? So let's give her this couch. Wouldn't it be so funny to see it go for free to a liberal? Ha ha ha, or whatever, you know. That would kill him. And so she, oh God. So they move the couch into her apartment, and let's see. So she has like
Bunch of boxes stacked up.
right, bunch of boxes stacked up, and
Oh, the poster. It was like a communist poster or something.
oh,
Oh, no.
no, okay. A mousy brunette 20-something followed the movers in, smiling brightly, a stack of fabric under her arm. As the door closed in the mover's wake, she sighed happily, shaking out one of the pieces of fabric into a black, gray, and white and purple nylon flag and what appeared to be a blanket. Setting the flag aside to unfurl the blanket, Dennis was filled with both outrage and arousal at the pattern. Knitted larger than life across the tasseled front was an artistic rendering of the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the words Notorious B.I.G. in large letters under her lacy robe collar. But that would be the asexual flag, asexual pride flag, those colors.
Because and then she explicitly sings.
Right, yeah, she does. Because, like, she FaceTimes her friend and is like, look at this fucking fancy couch I just got for free. And she's like, hell of a score, so when are you gonna, break it in? And she's like, Rachel. Like, that's literally how it's written. Come on, you know I'm asexual. And blah, blah, blah. She laughed, plunking down on Dennis and patting the cushion beside her like he was a harmless little puppy and not an absolutely devastated former vice presidential candidate stuck in a cursed, sexless couch destined to be edged for eternity.
Incredible. Also, we get the little nugget of Dennis J. Rance secretly loved to be humiliated. And I was like, yes.
I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she calls someone over named Charles when she's on the couch, and he's like, oh, maybe it's a man. Like, no, he wasn't attracted to men, but if several senators could swing it for swing votes, he could manage it one time for his freedom, right? And it's her cat.
And a leather couch.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's good.
Yeah.
I also appreciated in this fictional version that not JD Vance's wife left him because his real life looks like a sniper, but is actually very clearly a ladder climbing awful human being.
This was definitely a good for her.
Yeah. Much improved.
Over reality.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vera.
Yeah.
And Unfortunate Reads, whose name is Kara? Cassie? It's at the end.
Oh, Cassie, yeah.
Cassie.
God, the dirty talk in this book. Just unhinged.
Go on.
Pun intended. You're so fucking tight. You want this big cock stretching that virgin seam, huh? Is that what you want, you dirty little Davenport? Fuck
Just
yeah.
let it happen, Dennis.
Fuck yeah, you liked that, didn't you, you double-stitched slut? I felt you clench when I spanked you. Do you need to be punished for being so dirty? You want this cock, don't you? You want me to fuck these cushions deep. He growled the words into the empty room, grip tightening on the plush leather above him. It was crazy, but it almost seemed like the seat cushions parted a fraction for him, enjoying his filthy talk. Oh yeah, this couch wanted to be bred. I said, make little love seats.
Ew.
Oh, God. Yeah, y'all please read this book.
It's so good. It's so much fun.
Buy a pool if you can, but we're trying to release this in November, so
Also, go vote.
Go
Very
vote.
important. that you go vote.
check your voter registration so this man does not win.
Ratings?
Leathers never look so good.
Even inside JD Vance's head, he's still not likable.
I rated it. Get a load of this guy.
Roll an unusual Killian.
Gross.